Hello everyone, my name is Hannah and I'm going to walk you through some do's and don'ts of a self-tape. So, I'm already messing up. First, let's talk about good lighting. Right now, I'm in good lighting because I'm lit from the front, so my light source is in front of my face rather than behind me, so you can see all of my facial features and I look good. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a bunch of bad examples, what not to do. So what not to do, number one, my device is not stable, so I'm all wiggly. And if we watch that, somebody's gonna get motion sick and we don't want that. Second thing that's bad is that my light is behind me. So you can still see me because it's pretty bright. It's during the day when I'm filming this, but you can tell how bad this looks compared to this. You can see my facial features much better, right? Excellent. Next, I want to talk about good sound. So good sound means that we can hear you clearly. You don't have a ton of background noise. Good sound means your house is generally pretty quiet, or even if it's a little bit noisy, you have a door that you can close so that we can hear you super well. The next thing of what not to do is to be in a really noisy environment. So my doggy's being really sweet right now, but sometimes he's very noisy and very barky. So if I needed to record, I would make sure that my door was closed, or I tried to record it at a time when the doggy is sleeping and nice and quiet. We want to have a nice quiet space while you're recording so that all we hear is you, not Ozark. The next thing that's going to benefit your self-tape is using headphones. So I'm gonna plug my headphones with a little speaker. I'm gonna plug my headphones into one device and play the music from that one device while I'm recording from a different one. So this way, when I'm recording on this device, all you can hear is me singing. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. But in my ear, I'm hearing the track, and sometimes we can get away with listening to someone else singing into our ear, which makes us sound even better. Okay, now I'm gonna give you an example of what not to do for singing with your music, and that's listening to the music out loud.
Is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
So you might have noticed that you could hear the video, the song, more than you could hear me. And we want to hear you. That's what we're paying to see, right? And now I want to talk to you about having a good backdrop. You can see that I moved myself a little bit, and now I have a plain wall behind me so that nothing is distracting. A nice plain color, or if you don't have a plain blank wall in your home, you might hang a sheet over a door. A nice dark colored sheet can be a nice backdrop for you. All right, here's an example of a bad background. You can see all of my stuff in my closet. You can see a costume is hanging right here. My wig is hanging right here. So this is a bad example of a background because there's stuff behind me. A good example of a good background is a plain wall or a sheet, like a plain dark colored blanket that you can hang over a door and stand in front of so we don't get distracted by anything. Next, I want to talk to you about slating. So the last thing that we want is for your slate to be cut off in the middle of the most important thing, your name. So when you go to record, I want you to push the record button, think in your brain, 1, 2, 3, go. And then start with your slate. Hi, my name is Hannah, and I'm going to be singing One World. Because if we cut it off, if we start too soon, we'll get, my name is Hannah, and we don't want to rush you. So take your time, hit record, think 1, 2, 3, go. And then say your slate. Because here's the deal, Melina, our awesome editor and production manager, can trim and can edit it later. So we would rather have too much extra time than too little. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about is starting filming your line. So this is really the same thing as slating. You want to hit the record button, think 1, 2, 3, go. And then start with your line. And as soon as you're done with your line, I want you to do the same thing. Think 1, 2, 3, off. Next, I'm going to give you an example of rushing your slate after you hit record. Hi, my name is Hannah and I'm going to sing One World. And now I'm going to show you an example of cutting yourself off by ending your recording too quickly. So here's my quote. An eye for an eye would make the whole world blind. All right, the next benefit of doing a self-tape, something that will benefit your self-tape. Let me start over. Rolling. Didn't even put makeup on to do this. Okay, the next thing that will benefit your self-tape is when you're recording music, we want to use headphones. So we're going to sing. Oh my God. So Melina's going to do some magic. All right, the next bad thing, oh my God.